Oh my gosh, I could just use tab to switch the focus, of course. Dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum. Somebody's just, why don't you just hit tab? Yeah, that would work. Because I want it to work the way it's supposed to work. Okay, I am just switching tab now. So I should be able to just do it this way. It's just dumb that I can do it this way. There we go. That works. How close did I get doing that blind? It's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay, let's set up a correction. Yeah, just hitting tab. It's still not working, this focus view thing, but... ah, well, whatever. Okay, so adding a maneuver here. And I can see... let's try radially this way. Nope, it's radially the other way. Bringing that in. And then we can play with the timing a bit. And all I do is just put this up to something big, like here, even bigger. 5,000 seconds. And then, yeah, see how that's bringing it closer? So that means it's better to do it a little later. Though it's hardly super... I got it on the biggest time jump I got. Okay, maybe it'd be better to actually drag it. So like that. I might be able to just get my hit right here. Just drag it closer. Yeah, there we go. Get that as small as I can get it just by adjusting the time. In around there. Okay, now come back. I hope to not do as much fiddling as I did when I went to Eve. Okay, I can't remember which way I was going. This way? The other way. Smaller scale. This is a teeny tiny burn that I'm doing here. Alright, and I want to come in. If I have this equatorial, then it'll make it easier for me to do my adjustment to go to Ike. And I'm going to also try and come in and not come in quite as head on. I'm hoping that will reduce the severity of the impact, but it's only a 4.6 meter per second correction that's coming up here, so I see no reason why not just to simply put this on free and just time warp to this maneuver. Let's just do it. So here we go. We are off. Super fast. Super fast to the maneuver, which was hundreds of days away. I didn't even really pay attention. And, oh, warning. Solar panel malfunction on the Octo 1. That's perfectly fine. That is an old probe. That might have been the first thing I put in an orbit, actually. And it has malfunction, which is, I don't care. It's not doing anything. Okay. So we're going to put this onto our burn vector here. You can see it's mostly radially straight towards the sun. And we're going to turn down this thrust. It's now a 6-second burn. And I don't have to wait till the timer gets down to 0 because this is by no stretch time sensitive. Let's get ourselves back. Looking at this from Duna's perspective, there's our thing. And yeah, we just want to kind of just barely... oops. Put that right on the maneuver node. Right there. Close enough. Okay, just a little bit of throttle. And I'm just going to cut this when we're just coming into Duna here. And we got to work out a trajectory to hit our Ike. Oh, there's a hit. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. I am hitting Ike right now. Okay. Let's... oh, what am I going to do here? I guess I can just... yeah, but it's not showing what the next part of this is going to be. Okay, let's undo a little bit of what we just did. We might end up flying by Ike and then hitting Duna. I don't know if I want to do... I don't think I want to do that. I'm just worried about flying by will mess up some future strategy. So I'm burning ever so slightly out of the way to get rid of... Well, at least hitting Ike's going to be easy. I am burning so... Boom. There. So we're missing Duna by a little bit. Kind of curious why the maneuver seemed to say it was going to be okay. But that's okay. So what we'll do, we'll end up having to use this other engine anyway. So we're going to do a separation. I'm going to point this straight prograde when I do this. Hoping that will affect my trajectory the least. So this one I want to still hit... well, this one has to be the one to hit Duna because it has the heat shield on it. And then we'll adjust this guy, which really shouldn't be much, to hit Ike. So decouple. There we go. That's that one. And now let's get back to this one. Seemed to be still a bit of force with that, didn't there? Okay, and oh my... Am I hitting Ike as it is? I mean, still can't do that. I gotta... Can I tabify? Look at that! I'm actually hitting Ike. I don't have to touch anything. I'm just barely hitting Ike. Let's actually make a little bit... Which way? Let's put a maneuver out here. Let's smack dab Ike in the middle. Which way? Which way? This way? Nope, the other way. A little more. And normally downwards. There we go. Less normally downwards. There's a nice kerschmack. Okay, so this is obviously a pitiful little burn. I think this thrust is already way down, but we're going to have to put it down as low as she goes. So 0.5. That's 5, dummy. 0.5. There. It's as low as that goes. Let's see if we can put this on here. Ike really wants us to get in the way, which is actually would have been great if I was interested in doing flybys and gravity assists and stuff. Ike's really kind of being in a nice spot for all that. Unfortunately, there. That's a nice hit of Ike. And okay, so that is this probe taken care of. Let's adjust this for the solar panels, which is, I think I just need to rotate this. Okay. There's what I'm shooting for. So that should give some good solar panel exposure there. Get alarm clock. And add an alarm for that sphere of influence change that's coming in 105 days. Can I switch still to the other one? Yep, it's still here. How's this fellow doing? Let's activate its engine. And this is the one I want to hit Duna. But I'm thinking I probably have to wait until I'm in Duna's skip past Ike and then adjust its course to Duna. Don't like that. See if we can still fix this. Stupid Ike's getting in the way. Okay, that's saying I'm hitting Duna without hitting Ike. So what is the dealio? What if I come southwards a little bit? That might not be a bad plan. Because in that way, maybe I can get below Ike's equator. I like that. Sure. Okay, let's see if that can make this a little better. I sure would like to have both of these on a trajectory that I don't have to worry about them anymore. So we'll do that. Again, I got to nerf that thrust because it's saying that this burns 0.7 seconds. So we're going to come to here. Nerf that thrust. There we go. Again, I'm not paying any attention to which way, the time to the burn. I just wanted to get that direction. Let's do this. So, and hopefully we're avoiding Ike this time. And come on, a little bit of a hit. Just want a little hit. Little hit. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I think I got both of these now on the trajectory that I like. So what I'm going to do is again add an alarm for who's going to get there first. Oh, shoot. I should really rename this one. I think this one's the Duna 1. This one's the Duna 1. It's going to get there second. Duna 1 probe is going to get there first. Okay, so let's just adjust this again for solar panel purposes. I think it's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay, let's get to this one. Jump to that ship because it's going to be the winner of this race to Duna's SOI. We're going to rename this. Rename you the Ike 1. And we're also going to start all of this science so that it's ready to go when we are in Ike's SOI. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to I'm getting a comment. I'm sorry, I'm going to say your name wrong. It's Torborn? I'm sorry if I said that wrong, which I probably did. Is saying that to use trajectories, and I plan on doing that once I'm in Duna's SOI to use trajectories. So I'm actually probably not going to have my trajectory hitting Duna's surface. Instead, we're going to, we want to descend and crash into Duna, but I want to come in as shallow as I can, and trajectories is definitely going to help out with that. But I'm going to wait until we're in Duna's SOI for that bit of funness. Okay, we've got to time warp. Yeah, let's time warp. I think I can. Let's do it. Whoops, that's not what I want. That's what I want. And somewhere along here, well, we're not. We're still 60 days away. We shouldn't be seeing Duna yet. There's a problem with a solar panel on the Octo 1. The Octo 1 is falling apart. Not that I care, as long as these guys make it. And a reaction wheel on the Octo 1. The Octo 1 is dying. It is dying. But it does happen. Things wear out over time. Okay, we are... Where's Duna? There's Duna. Duna and Ike. Okay, that's our alarm for crossing into Duna's SOI. We're about a minute away. Oh, here, let's get back to our actual probes. So let's time warp that part away here. And here we go, our first vessel in Duna's SOI. It should be collecting all kinds of high space science and transmitting that away. Our signal, 79%. I'm glad I put on the extra third antenna. I think that's really going to help with the transmission speed. Let's time warp. We're only going to be for about an hour and a half before the other one crosses the SOI, so I do want to check on that. It's transmitting it all away. It's going to beat the other one. Oh, a little more time warping. Go faster. Yes, send an engineer out to fix the Octo 1. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. James is saying to send an engineer out to fix the Octo 1. Depending upon the nature of the malfunction, they are often repairable. And more often than not, in fact, they are repairable. and engineers can go out there and fix them. And I think that might be a fun mission, because the Octo 1 is in orbit around Kerbin somewhere. I just don't exactly know where. That is a very good idea. Okay, Duna 1 is going to its SOI change. So let's jump over to the Duna 1. And I just want to, again, just go until we have crossed over here. Okay. And so it has no science to collect because the Ike one beat it to the punch. But what I want to do is focus my view here. There, it's going to let me do it. It's good. And I want to put on trajectories. You can see it's already predicting an impact location right on the South Pole here. But what I'd like to do, where's my trajectories? Which one of these guys is trajectories? I want to open up the trajectories window. There it is. It says trajectories. There we go. Where our target is Duna. We are going to be going in a prograde direction through the atmosphere. That should be good. Angle of attack is 0. Yep. So what I want to do, I'm going to zoom all the way out here. I'm going to put a bit of a maneuver out here someplace. Add a maneuver. We're going to put that a lot closer to us. There we go. And I want to see if we cannot make our as shallow as we can. So I think radially out. Yeah, that's the idea. See, so we're gonna here, let's, if I put on settings, I think it is, there is a cache that it uses. Oh, there it is. Take the used cache off. Now it's calculating everything live. And it takes more processing to do that, but I definitely want that. So I want to make sure we do impact Duna. Okay, back to this, back to this, back to this. And I want to come in a shot. I don't want to mess this up. I want to do a nice ride through the atmosphere is the idea. See, that would be too much, but that would get me a capture, but I don't want that. So I'm thinking like that. And that should be a nice ride through the atmosphere that should spread out the heating. It should give this thing, I think, the best chance it has until for not crashing into Duna or not blowing up on the way down. What's the periapsis at? 33 kilometers? Okay. Yeah, I guess that heat shield's a lot of drag on a very light thing. So what I'm going to do, put this onto the maneuver node here, which is just purely radially out. And I'm actually going to get rid of the maneuver. I'm just going to watch it from here. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of thrust. We're pushing this out, and we're watching trajectories prediction. Gives us a nice long time through the atmosphere. As long as we can. I don't want an orbit, because I think that starts messing up future strategies from the Strategia mod. I am moving, aren't I? Yeah, I am. I'm just giving so little thrust. Okay, periapsis is now out of the surface. I can thrust a little more. I don't want to go here. I think that's good. I'm going to leave it at that. I want to push my luck and end up coming out of the atmosphere. All right, let's put this back on here. Let's get rid of the trajectories window. Let's set up an alarm. I'm noticing I'm not getting a time till atmosphere. I'm not sure why. But we'll give ourselves 10 minutes warning before we get to periapsis. That's happening in... Oh, that's a maneuver. Why is it giving me a maneuver? I don't know. Give me 10 minutes warning before we get to periapsis, which is happening in 2 days and 2 hours. So we'll set up an alarm for that. I think that sounds sensible. Yep. Okay, and now let's hop back to our friend, the Ike one. See how it's doing. I got this in the bag. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. The Eve one went really, really badly. It didn't go really badly, but it didn't go super great. Okay, when are we going to cross into Ike's sphere of influence? We're going to be doing that first. Okay, that makes sense, of course. And in fact, why don't we get our contracts? Because this should hopefully start to deal with some of these contracts here. I want this contract to be done. Okay, coming towards Ike. Here we go. Time warping. Faster. We're coming for you, Ike. Oh, this is looking intimidating already. Let's get rid of alarm clock. Actually, no, I'm going to need it, aren't I? Okay, that's that. Let's cross into Ike's SOI. Again, that's going to represent a whole lot more science. There it is. And let's set up, when are we going to hit Ike? Well, its periapsis is in 15 minutes. This is still 2 hours away from its periapsis, so we're going to get to watch this whole thing. Excellent. So collecting all kinds of high space science. Actually, what I should do, I'm going to spin this around the other way. Here, let's take the time warp off. We'll slow ourselves down as much as we can to hopefully get as much near space science as we can. That's going to be the plan. Don't need this anymore either. Over torque that. Come back. Such a pretty view, Ike and Duna. Ike's so big compared to Duna. Okay. Still going here. How far are we from periapsis? 13 minutes, and at full throttle, let's put this on full throttle. This thing's going to burn out its fuel in 42 seconds. So in 42 seconds, you know what? It has 931 meters per second of delta V left, and our orbital velocity is just 1,050 something. We're going to slow ourselves down a lot. We really are, but we'll burn the whole thing in 42 seconds. So I'm going to wait till I'm about maybe a little bit more than a minute away from the surface. I don't know exactly where the surface is. Maybe now would be better. I don't know when near space is. But it's not much off from being able to pull off a landing, though that's not what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to do this. So we are coming in here. Let's just punch this throttle, kill off all the speed that we can while we can. We're still obviously going to hit, but this will maximize the amount of time we're spending in near space once we get to near space. Let's do some physics time warping here. Completely use up this fuel. Okay, that's that. Okay, where is near space around Ike? I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. We are at 100 kilometers. 80 kilometers from the... Well, not from the surface, from the sea level. Let's do this from that one. 450. 40. Oh, there's our near space. So hopefully we're probably going to crash before we can transmit all that way. But I'm glad I slowed myself down as much as I could. But we're going to get off as much of that science as we can before this impact. Here we go. Oh, 6 science got transmitted from the light experiment. Keep going. You know what else you're going to get off for me? Uh-oh, here we go. Boom. All right, and there's Ike in the green. I got one more smack to do. Whoops. No, I don't want to leave here. Let's go over to the Duna 1. Okay, Duna. Oh, I did not position that solar panel very well. That's not smart. It's always nice to get these solar panels perpendicular to the ecliptic And the ecliptic is always this galaxy. So that way, it will keep itself. It'll always be in sunlight. That's good enough. I don't think it's too critical here. All right, let's go. Going to whoa! I'm spinning. Let's try that again. That was persistent rotation. I just got to wait for this wobble to cut out. Stop wobbling, you. I don't know why it's wobbling so much. If we turn down these reaction wheels a bit, get the wobbling to stop. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Okay, so we're just missing Ike, which was the plan. Let's just check our trajectory one more time, make sure it's doing what... Oh, see. Duh. I don't like that. Time warp off. See how we're actually coming back out of the atmosphere? I don't want this game to think I have a capture and not give me... So we're going to bring this down a bit. Where is trajectories again? Ah, it's even worse than I thought. So I'm going to put this on the radially inwards vector. Hopefully I'm pointing, that's the radially outwards vector. It's the other way. There's still a little bit of fuel left in this thing too. Okay, this is the one I want. I don't like this coming out of... That's what the white part of this trajectory is it coming out of the atmosphere. That's what I don't want. So we're going to bring this down. I want no white. Good thing I did put a little bit of fuel in this. I want to help make sure no white. There, that's good. That's good. Okay. Put that back on, and too many windows open. That one. Get rid of you. Okay. Back to here. Actually, I don't need alarm clock anymore either. Again, position this for solar panels. Yeah, I don't want anything to happen to mess this up. Okay, here we go. Coming towards Duna. Now we're going to flip around prograde before we go into Duna's atmosphere. I should actually make sure of my signal too. Where is the signal thing? Ike might get in the way. No, I don't think it will. I think we're going to be below Ike. So I think the signal's going to be fine. I don't want to all of a sudden find myself losing my signal when I least want it to. And again, I'm not sure. Oh, that's just alarm clock. Alarm clock is slowing me down, saying you're getting close. I know. I know I'm getting close. Okay, where is near space here? Curious why it's not giving me a time to atmosphere when I'm clearly going to hit the atmosphere. That's better camera. And over the poles. Look how dark. Something funny in the lighting sometimes. Not sure what that's about. Oh, got some near space action happening here. I'm going to put this onto now the prograde vector. Get this thing ready to enter into the atmosphere. I'm also going to extend this other solar panel just for balance. I can't retract this one. Oh, here, we should jack up that torque again. I can't retract the other one, and I don't want it to all of a sudden get skewed off course because of an imbalance in drag. So at least now the drag is all balanced. We'll leave these things extended. They'll almost for sure get torn off, but if I retract them, I lose the signal anyway, so what difference does that make? All right, getting science, transmitting it away. And we're going to be hitting the atmosphere at 50 kilometers. Coming over the poles because the camera's doing its thing when it gets over the poles. Okay. Oh, some got transmitted away. We'll see how long this lasts for. We're now flying high. We are collecting science, but how long that's going to last for, I cannot say. Okay, let's keep track of this. Please don't mess up on me this time. We might end up losing our signal. We definitely will be losing our signal at some point too. That's okay. Yeah, I could retract some of the antennas, but then it'll be off balance again, and I'm worried more about this thing skewing off and then the heat shield not being properly positioned than anything. So I think having these all symmetric and keeping them that way is a good idea. Kind of a, I don't know, kind of a cool looking thing. Giant game of interplanetary lawn darts. Here, I'm going to do some time warping. This is taking more time than I thought it would. Still not technically... Oh, I just got my capture. I noticed that the apoapsis was negative. I certainly would love to see that periapsis go negative. I don't want to come out of the atmosphere. Oh, we are almost at our periapsis, which means we're going to be going back up pretty soon. I hope I came down enough. I hope Trajectories isn't messing me up. But it is nice not being able to transmit so much stuff. This is working pretty good. So we're coming back up. As long as we don't cut up above 50 kilometers, we're good. We're not, because the apoapsis is now into the atmosphere. Periapsis is now negative. We are not coming out of the atmosphere. All right, temperature scan was transmitted. 9 science there. We're even collecting high flying science. It'd be cool if some of that got transmitted. I think some of it is. Neato. God, I'm at 3 times warp, believe it or not. Okay, we're now going back down, and this time we'll be going down for good. I'm not even 100% sure this heat shield was necessary. We're slowing down so well. I'm at 4 times warp, believe it. I'm not going that fast. Oh, we just lost our signal. And I think that wasn't a plasma blackout. That was, I'm pretty sure, just going... Duna's now between us and Kerbin. We are falling, falling, falling into the dark. Oh, this might go all black on us. I don't want that. Yeah, it's going to go all black. Okay, we'll put this on here. Oh, shoot. Okay, right at the end, but it blew up. Yeah, and the important thing is this contract is complete. Sorry it went all black there right at the end. A little bit of funkiness with the lighting. Contract's complete. That's the important part. Impactor probes are done.